Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Shweta Gupta Bhandari, once again a classical homeopath. As per everybody is informed, today we will discuss about the case tricking. The aphorism number 83 to 92 is a part in organon of medicine, which basically give us the blueprint and then how to do a case tricking, what is case tricking, and what a physician should observe. The very first thing to understand is case taking is a very basic thing. The moment a patient arrives, visit in a clinic, from the entry of the clinic till the exit from the clinic is all included in case taking. How? Let me tell you. The first thing a physician should have is he should be unbiased, he should be unprejudiced, and his senses should be acutely active, very smart in eliciting what is to be observed, okay, and free mind without prejudication can only make a perfect case taking, which is a need for homeopathic, classical homeopathic treatment. Another thing is how to do this. See, the patient is sitting in front of you. What you will observe? You will observe everything: how the patient walk, how the patient enter, how the patient sit, how the patient behave. Okay, everything has to be observed, and how with your eyes, with the ear, with all your senses attentively active and 100%ly in the case. Never have a thought other than while sitting for a case taking. Always just focus and give your 100% observation to the patient and how the things goes. Just keep quiet, just observe the thing. Observation is very important. Okay, and I already, before coming to the case taking, we have already went through the Kant observation, 12 Kant observation. We have already discussed how to observe, what to observe, and why to observe, right? Next thing is how to write. We have to just see, there are two sources of symptoms we will get. One is from the patient, the subjective symptom, the objective symptom from the attendant, and the third is definitely our own observation, what we see, we hear, we can smell, we can think, we can sense. Okay, these are all the sources from which we will get the content for the case taking. Now, while writing the symptoms, we have to write one on one, one below other. Okay, first symptom, second symptom, always have a space between those symptoms. Let the patient speak, let the attendant speak. Then, after their completion, when they are all done, then go with the leading question on each symptom, which you have already noted down. After subjective, objective, then go with the each symptom. Ask in particular that symptom. Don't go with the leading symptom or symptom giving a hint to the patient. Let them speak first. If you feel that the patient is wandering, the patient is going out of the focus, the patient is not on the content, then you give a hint, bring them back to the original content. After completing the case taking, do give a look of it, so that sometimes we miss some, like the patient is telling, and the patient, while talking about the Thursday, just land up, oh, doctor sir, I do have issue with the urination also. So they switch from thirst to urine, and in that scenario, see, you forgot to ask how many glasses of water intake is there, dryness is there or not. So after, at the end, do ask these questions also. Just check the case taking has to be complete. Try to get it complete. Okay, after that, go with the symptoms evaluation discussion. Along with that, you have to focus on the case taking phase of your observation also. Add the observation, what you observe, right? In case of chronic diseases, as you all know, nowadays people are in the habit of taking, first they try allopathy, they try ayurveda, they try all the pathy, then they come to you as a last resort and they say, doctor, please help us. In this scenario of chronic cases with lot of medication, what you have to do? See, a patient who is already on medication is not a entitled patient for our original case taking. Why? Because while continuing with the allopathic medicines, or while continuing with any of the treatment, they would be having the modified symptom. They are not having the true morbid state. Morbid symptoms are not there. So what we will do? What we will do is the best. We will ask them, we will give them the best medicine, second best medicine of homeopathy, the placebo, and ask them to wait for 1 week or 1 or 2 days and stop all the medication they were using it priorly. Or what we can do is, we need to ask them during the case taking, we have to elicit the symptom which were there initially before going for any of the treatment. Okay, before any of the treatment, the original state of symptom, if they know, it's good. If they don't know, just give the placebo, ask them to visit again after a week without medication, only placebo, and then elicit the whole case taking. Now, in case of acute, where we cannot wait, we have to just act. Then we have to just take the morbid situation as per the present scenario. Need not to wait, need not to waste the patient time. Just go do things as per the acute protocol is there, right? I think I'm done with this. Case taking is important. Do the things this way. Observation. I always focus on never have doubt, never have prejudiction, be straight, be clear, be focused, and definitely observation is the key. In my very first video I told you observation is the beauty of classical homeopathy. If you want to witness the brilliance of homeopathy, classical homeopathy is the way, and on that way, observation and unprejudiction are the two pathways, you can say, are the two helpers, are the two pointers which direct you to a perfect classical prescription. I hope everybody would be having some information about that. And this is just a recall phase. This is just a discussion phase. I am not teaching anybody. I am not a teacher, but I am a physician. I always believe in sharing rather than teaching, and I hope this will be of help, because I am, whatever I told you is from my experience, and it's from what I employ in my practice. And definitely I am a classical homeopath. My roots are in organ of medicine, Kent observation, chronic diseases, Borek repertories, everything is on the classical note. Be a proud homeopath, work hard, do learn good, stay positive, stay focused, work hard. Don't have a fear of failure. Failure only makes a person stronger. I failed for 3 years, I failed for 2 years for getting an admission in the medical college, and see where I am. Person who fail can only rise to the height. Toppers never reach height. Toppers will remain toppers. But to excel, it is not mandatory you cannot fail. Nowhere it's mentioned that a person who fail in the school or college can't reach that heights. Always have a belief on yourself and do work hard. Be focused. Be true to yourself. Serve humanity. Be a proud homeopath. Make Dr. Hahnemann proud. And it's a tribute to Dr. Hahnemann. All the best. In case of any query, you can connect me anytime. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye. Be a proud homeopath and win over COVID-19. Definitely is a protocol time. It's a COVID-19 time. So I want everybody to just focus on COVID-19, and it's definitely win over COVID-19 under her homeopathic management and medicine protocol by Dr. Shweta. And definitely it's I already proved it. We will do more wonders. All the best. Take care. Enjoy.